Hey guys, what's going on once again? This is the Club with the Man 1993 coming at you live one more time tonight for my live review of 205 Live from the February 19th, 2019 edition of 205 Live. That, of course, took place as SmackDown Live did in New Orleans, Louisiana, home of WrestleMania 34 and 30. I got to throw as well. Well, not the same arena, but, same city, just right across the street. But we're going to go back real quickly. What happened on 205 Live. Overall, just a decent, a solid go home show. I mean, Fallout show from Chamber. I gotta say, we did have one huge announcement that definitely did interest me. The first match I enjoyed. Second match, other than the fact that as I said in my SmackDown review, I was dealing with some streaming issues when I was trying to watch 205 Live after SmackDown tonight. So I did actually start that match over the main event over, and I gotta say I was definitely a little disappointed with that main event. I gotta say, but we'll get into that, of course, when we get there. So we're gonna just run down the show real quick and just talk about quickly. The show opened up with Drake Maverick hyping up, tonight's show as always, and he made a big announcement that now a 205 Live is now on the map. And on focused on WrestleMania now. So it looks like that. First, he also puts over the match between Buddy Murphy and Akira Tozawa from Sunday at Elimination, which was a very good match for sure. Definitely one of Tozawa's best for sure. And he's working with one of the best in Buddy Murphy for sure. As again, the guy again, I just put over him over how many times or how great he's come from just a year ago being in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament and Speed tournaments. He announces that starting next week, there will be an 8-man single elimination tournament, which is, of course, cutting, last year's tournament in half. We had the 16-man single elimination tournament to crown a new Cruiserweight champion. Well, this year we're going to have an 8-man single elimination tournament to crown a new number one contender for the Cruiserweight champion. The winner, of course, will face the Cruiserweight champion, Buddy Murphy, at WrestleMania, which will most likely be on the pre-show, unfortunately. So is going to announce 4 of the participants, though, at the end of the night, which obviously makes me give speculation. There may be a surprise entrant in this tournament, definitely later on that will be announced. So who knows who it could be? I feel like it needs to happen. Someone's got to be a surprise for sure. So getting down into the tournament, into the show now. The first match we had, again, this is also, he said, he's looking out for people tonight to impress him and show, that they belong in this tournament for sure. So the first match we had tonight was a match with the newcomer Humberto Carrillo taking on TJP, which I believe this is the first time since TJP was involved in that feud with, unmasking the Lucha House Party, and he teamed up with Mike Kanellis and whatnot. I think it's the first time we've seen him since. It's been a while since we've seen TJP, but he came out, had a little bit different look. He had tattoos. He had a little bit more of like a goatee going and whatnot. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But he's taking on the newcomer Carrillo. Solid match for sure. To note, though, about this match, during the match, out came Drew Gulak and Gentleman Jack Gallagher, who are, obviously just trying to play the mind games and take control over these newcomers, because obviously they're upset that Drake Maverick, did completely, threw away their binders for suggested talent for them to, scout to join the Cruiserweight division. But obviously, they're going after Carrillo now, but trying to get the like, hey, you can work with us and whatnot and make, fit how we feel 205 Live is. So they came out, supported Carrillo. Carrillo eventually wins, though, with a headstand Arabian press moonsault, which, he does pretty awesome. And after he wins, Gulak and Gallagher just raise him up and applause him and says he's got so much potential, raise his hand, and he put him on their shoulders, get to celebrate his victory. So again, I don't know if Carrillo's going to go with this, or because it was announced again. Of course, the first 4 participants are going to be in this tournament, and Drew Gulak was one of them. Maybe Gulak and Carrillo, may meet in this tournament. Maybe, who knows? But we'll have to, of course, wait and see what happens down the line. But definitely, this is setting up for a feud eventually with Drew Gulak and Humberto Carrillo. We then have Tony Nese getting a promo talking about his match last week with Noam Dar, which was an amazing no DQ match, definitely in top 10 of the year so far for me. He says last week he proved that he's better than Noam Dar, and he can be better than anyone in the division. whatever mental block was holding him back, he smashed it down, which thank goodness he has. He definitely was the overlooked talent for quite some time. He promises he's going to win this tournament and become Cruiserweight champion at WrestleMania. Then we have Mike and Maria Kanellis interview backstage. While Mike is, taping up his fists, Maria puts her husband's accomplishments over and asks if he's been so successful by taking the easy way out, before saying he's going to beat Cedric Alexander tonight and prove that he's the most dangerous man here. We see then Arya Daivari come out and cut a promo on his opponent, Johnny Lyons, basically just hyping up that he's doing things himself now. He's a single star again now that Hideo Itami has left WWE, even though I don't think his release has officially been granted, by it pretty much is intact for the most part. Again, like Wikipedia doesn't even say it's with WWE anymore, but he's not taken off of the current roster yet. But he came out here, pretty much squashed Johnny Lyons with a Cobra Clutch. Again, his in-ring ability is definitely interesting me with how deadly he looks. So again, like I wasn't. Again, from going from being like, the Kurt Hawkins of the 205 of the Cruiserweight division to now, like, again, that brief period with him and Tommy being somewhat of an alliance, again, it kind of draws some eyes for me towards Arya Daivari. So we'll see what happens if he gets into this tournament, or maybe it could be a little too soon. We'll have to wait and see. We have Buddy Murphy cutting a promo in the locker room saying that he has to hand it to Drake Maverick, trying to give him the challenges he needs and recounting all the men he's defeated during his title reign thus far, which again continues to show that, Buddy Murphy, he's a heel champion, but he's just a heel champion who wins matches, which is why I still feel that, if there's no surprise entrant in this Cruiserweight Championship tournament, I still feel the person he should face at WrestleMania is Tony Nese. I think that, again, Tony Nese has definitely, really escalated up the ladder ever since he's been working with, being Buddy Murphy's, training partner. And just for Murphy being champion, I feel like Tony Nese has benefited as well. So I kind of hope, it'll come down to the two of them at WrestleMania. Or if they want to be Murphy and Leo Rush, go for it. Or, anyone else, I'm pretty much open to it for the most part. And then finally, we had our main event. It was Cedric Alexander taking on Mike Kanellis in our main event. So the past few weeks, Mike Kanellis have been asking for opportunities. He faced Kalisto. He lost. The other week, he faced the Brian Kendrick, and he lost. But I remember actually enjoying the match he had with the Brian Kendrick. And I thought to myself, wow, like, they were like, that loss against Kendrick, like, felt like it was a great story to get behind. And I was personally kind of just like starting to feel, okay, he's losing with a purpose now. And I was starting to get a little behind him. And I thought, okay, then all of a sudden they're throwing him up against, like, the man who undoubtedly, was the MVP of 205 Live last year, and Cedric Alexander. So I thought, what they're going to do here, have him come this close again and whatnot? Well, storyline-wise, yes, he came this close to beating Cedric Alexander. There was a point in the match where he did his finisher, the twisting DDT, but Cedric just like barely moved, picked his shoulder off the ground, and Mike and Maria thought that they had won, but they didn't. And then eventually Alexander, despite the fact that he slipped off the top rope and, kind of hurt his knee, he was able to finish him off with the lumbar check. But I don't know. The last time I thought, Mike Kanellis looked like he could have won. He looked strong, he looked dominating, and D. Brian Kendrick even looked good in the win as well. But this match, I didn't feel it didn't really look like that Mike Kanellis really stood that much of a chance. Like, even like, this wasn't one of, I was going to say this really wasn't one of Cedric Alexander's best matches either. Like, this felt like, I feel like I could have appreciated this match a little bit more if it was like the first match of the show and not the last. This didn't feel like a main event match, because to me, it didn't really accomplish anything. I mean, if they were trying to make it look like Mike Kanellis could have won the match, I didn't think they accomplished that, because they didn't really make him look that strong in this match, I felt. Yes, again, he had that near fall, but again, it looked like they kind of like, went through the motions with it, in my opinion. So I guess this match was kind of nah for me, in my opinion. It was kind of long also, especially. It didn't really get out of, another gear, I thought. I mean, the only part I also really enjoyed this match, like I said, it was when he hit Alexander with that spine buster into the steel on the ramp. But other than that, it was like, nothing really too spectacular. But that's it for 205 Live, guys. I'll give it a B minus. The match with Carrillo and TJP was pretty good. The main event was kind of meh. I liked something with Davari and the announcement of the 8-man tournament for the number one contendership for the Cruiserweight Championship. I forgot to mention also, after the main event, it was announced the first 2 matches next week for the tournament were going to be Kalisto and Tony Nese, which I'm picking Tony Nese, taking on Brian Kendrick and Drew Gulak. So I'm not sure I want to see win that match. I wouldn't mind seeing Kendrick win, but I also kind of want to see Gulak win because maybe him and Carrillo, because I'm pretty sure Carrillo is going to get into that champion in that Cruiserweight Championship tournament some way or another. But we'll have to, of course, wait and see, who, when, where, what, how. But, we'll see. But, yeah, so that's for next week for sure. So, guys, once again, guys, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below of 205 Live. Please slap a like on the video, subscribe to content on the channel, follow me on Twitter, DeMayor3. Again, guys, I'm going to have a very hectic day tomorrow, so I'll get to anything I can tomorrow. If not, then I'm going to have to put it off because, again, I have a very hectic day before my trip tomorrow. On Thursday. And again, I'll be gone until the following Thursday. So any other reviews, I'll try to get up whenever I can. So until then, guys, have a great night. I'm going to bed. Peace out, buddy.